Philadelphia News, team of my heart.
He's 7 feet of pure frustration. Just not yours. Not yet. You've seen him dominate from a distance, torching defenses, stretching the floor like a guard, and leaving fans wondering what it would be like to see that guy wearing your Sixers jersey. And now it's not just a fantasy. There's movement. There's noise. There's Sixers news. And it's screaming trade. A $196 million star. A front-court force. A ticking clock. But here's the challenge. Can you guess who it is before I say it? Drop the moment you figured it out down in the comments. And let's see who among you is really paying attention. Because what you're about to hear, it's real, it's urgent, and it just might be the game changer you've been hoping for. You've been patient, haven't you? You watched a season fall apart like a house of cards in the wind. You counted on health, on chemistry, on something finally going right. And instead, you got heartbreak. Again. The playoff dreams, crushed. The rotations, a revolving door. And now you're left staring at an off-season full of questions with one burning demand in your gut. Fix it now. You don't want another half measure. Another quick patch. Another hope and pray experiment. You want someone who can walk in on day. One, look Joel Embiid in the eyes and say, let's go win the whole thing. You want a solution. And brother, this could be it. Imagine pairing the MVP with a front-court star who doesn't just fit. He thrives next to him. No ego. No redundancy. Just versatility, production, and cold-blooded efficiency. But here's the twist, it won't come cheap. Because while Sixers news is heating up, so are the stakes. This target, he's not just some random fit. He's a $196 million all-star who hasn't even hit his ceiling yet. A player entering his prime, whose contract might scare some teams, but not you. Not if it means pushing this team to the top of the East. Now ask yourself, would you give up Paul George to make this happen? That's what the whispers are saying. That's the match being floated. And maybe you're thinking, wait, we just got him. Yeah, you did. But that contract, that timeline, it might not be lining up. You don't want to waste another Embiid year watching pieces misfire. You want synergy, urgency, something that sticks. This isn't just about offense, either. This potential move brings a guy who can slot into any front court configuration. Stretch 5. He can do it. Face up 4. No problem. Weak side closeout assassin. He's been that, too. And on a team that got exposed again and again in crunch time. What's more valuable than a big who spaces the floor and doesn't need the ball to matter? Utah's plans to rebuild. That's your window. They're shifting younger. That's your edge. And you're standing on the edge of something that could shift the entire Eastern Conference. But the price? It might include your best draft pick in years. It might force you to give up someone who just got here. And it might be exactly what it takes. It's bold. It's risky. It's Sixers basketball at its most aggressive. And it's the kind of Sixers news you live for. Because let's be honest, you're not here to wait 3 more years for something to maybe happen. You're here for now. For Joel. For Maxey. For you. So who's the mystery man? Who's the star that's got Philly buzzing with possibilities and front offices doing the math? Let me stop here for now. Yeah, you figured it out, didn't you? Lauri Markkanen, the 7-foot sniper, the $196 million mismatch nightmare. And right now, he might just be the answer you've been begging this front office to find. You saw it last season. The Jazz put Lauri in every possible role. Point forward, pick and pop weapon, backdoor cutter, and somehow he excelled in all of them. Now picture that skill set in your uniform. Picture Lauri in that white-hot Philly atmosphere, spacing the floor for Maxey to explode, for Joel to dominate one-on-one, and if defenses collapse, bang, Markkanen from deep, ice cold, smooth release, buckets, But let's get serious for a second. This ain't NBA 2K. This is real team building, real pressure, real stakes. And it's not just about what you're adding. It's about what you're willing to let go of. Because yeah, Paul George might be the name on the trading block. And while you didn't get the version of PG you hoped for this year, it still stings to move on so fast. But you're not chasing names anymore. You're chasing fit. And what does Lauri Markkanen bring that makes him the perfect complement to Embiid? Everything. He plays off the ball. He doesn't clog the paint. He opens up driving lanes for Tyrese. And he doesn't need 15 dribbles to make an impact. His defense, underrated. His effort, consistent. His availability, far more reliable than what you've seen in recent playoff heartbreaks. He gives you versatility without ego. And in this system, with Nurse pulling the strings, that could be dangerous. Think about how many games this season were lost because the Sixers couldn't find the right balance. Too big, too slow, too small, exposed inside, one-dimensional, predictable. But with Lauri, you unlock every lineup. Small ball 5. Done. Twin Towers with Joel. Let's go. Need a spark from deep. He's giving you 38 to 40% from 3 without hesitation. But maybe you're thinking, how realistic is this? Well, let me tell you why it's not just fantasy. Utah is quietly shopping veteran pieces. They want to rebuild. They want draft capital. They want to hit refresh before Markkanen hits 30 and demands a bigger spotlight. And guess what? You might have what they want. If that 2025 draft pick conveys and it ends up being in the top 6, that's a gem. That's a piece Utah can sell to their fan base. Combine that with George for salary matching, and suddenly the conversation starts to sound real. Very real. You already know Daryl Morey doesn't sit on his hands. He's not afraid to shake things up. He's got the green light from ownership to go big. And after the year you just suffered through, he has too, because another early exit, another year of if only, that might just be the final straw for Embiid's patience and yours. Now imagine it. Maxey pushing the pace, Embiid drawing doubles, Markkanen spotting up, wide open, or ghosting a screen and rolling into the paint with that soft touch. It's not just exciting, it's sustainable. And more than anything, it feels like the first time in a while this team would have a plan that makes sense. You don't need another isolation scorer. You don't need another player trying to prove they still belong. You need cohesion. You need roles. You need balance. And in a league where front courts are either too slow or too soft, Markkanen gives you the perfect in-between E+, and you know this matters. The dude wants to win. No drama. No distractions. Just buckets and ball. He'd show up in Philly and instantly become a fan favorite. Not just for the highlights, but for the way he fits your identity. Gritty, skilled, no nonsense. But here's the thing. You don't just get players like this for free. You don't pull off a trade like this without taking a swing. And right now, the Sixers have a rare window to act. Before the draft, before free agency chaos, before another team snatches him up. So here's the question that's probably burning in your brain right now. Would you do it? Would you flip George and a potential lottery pick for a 26-year-old all-star entering his prime? Take a second, because your answer says a lot about how badly you want to win right now. You've been through everything with this team. You've felt the heartbreak. You've watched the missed opportunities, the second-round exits, the what-ifs, the wasted MVP years, the tears behind Embiid's mask, the moments when hope turned into hesitation and hesitation into silence. But you still show up. You're still here. You defend this team in every argument, every group chat, every sleepless offseason night where you're thinking, what's the missing piece? And now, you finally see a move that doesn't just bring hype, it brings clarity. Lauri Markkanen isn't about headlines. He's not here to sell jerseys or run commercials. He's here to help you win. You've been asking for a roster that makes sense. A team that complements each other. A lineup that doesn't break when Joel sits for 6 minutes. You want spacing, defense, unselfish play, a modern offense that isn't stuck in 1999. And Markkanen checks every box. Now imagine the playoffs. Game 6, on the road. Tie game with under a minute to go. Maxey drives, defense collapses, kicks it out. Markkanen, wide open, from the wing. Splash. And you're screaming in your living room. Your phone's blowing up. Wells Fargo's already shaking and you're 100% convinced. This is the squad. But you and I both know. It all comes down to what the Sixers do right now. No more waiting. No more testing combinations that clearly don't work. No more wasting prime years. You want to keep watching Embiid put up MVP numbers with no help? You want to see Maxey's breakout year wasted in an offense that can't shoot? You want another postseason where spacing disappears and ball movement dies? Or do you want a roster that can go the distance? Because Markkanen is that move. A strategic, timely, powerful addition that could finally give you what you've been waiting for since 2001. A real shot. And if you feel that in your chest, that beating pulse of what this team could be, then now's the time to stay locked in. Because everything that happens this offseason, you can't miss a second of it. So here's what I need you to do right now. Subscribe to the channel. Click that bell so you get every Sixers update before anyone else. Because you deserve to be first. You've stuck through the process. You've believed when others didn't. And this could be the summer when all of it finally starts to pay off. This is your team. This is your moment. And when the trade happens, when Lauri walks into that Philly locker room and you see him standing next to Joel and Maxey, I want you to be the first to say, I knew it. I was there from day one. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, click that bell, and let's build this thing together.